Hello again guys, today I'm here playing some OpenRCT2, that being the open source implementation of Roller Coaster Tycoon 1 and 2, as well as a lot of new additions that never existed in the vanilla games like new rides, new scenery, new scenarios, and even online multiplayer, along with a lot of other improvements to the game. OpenRCT is a pretty popular project, so I'm not going to spend much time going into detail about it here. However, I'd like to start a series off where I play through some scenarios and just try to build some comfy and financially successful parks. Today I'm starting off with the Factory Caper scenario, a fairly easy one, which begins with a lot of industrial looking scenery and a fairly drab environment, which you need to turn into a successful park. Goals for this scenario are to have about 1,100 guests by the end of year 3 and a park rating of over 600. Nothing too difficult, honestly, with some basic planning. I would say the main difficulty here comes from not being able to charge money for the individual rides and only paying for the entrance ticket only. But we do have some ways to make money besides this. I'm also going to try to keep the industrial theming as much as possible and try my best to make the park look somewhat interesting. So either way guys, let's get started right here. Okay, so here we are in the scenario. Let's just take a look at the scenery we have already set up for us. We have a lot of stuff already built on the map, but no rides as of yet. Again, our goal is 1,100 guests by the end of year 3 and a park rating of at least 600, which I think is not too difficult. The area is not that big. Basically, we have this area that is owned by us as the park, and we also have rights to build on this area over here. So this whole area, kind of open area over here, we can also build there, though that's just construction rights. We don't have the right to change the land or anything like that, but I don't know if we'll use that yet. Like I said, I'm going to try to keep as much of this theming as possible, like keep this industrial theming. I'm going to try to keep a lot of these big buildings around. I don't really have a plan for what I will do. I would like to turn some of these buildings into certain rides. Maybe having a fairly big roller coaster going through these two towers I think would be pretty fun. As for a lot of these smaller areas, I'll have to think of what will be best for these. My main kind of issue with this layout is these kind of frankly bizarre path structure, which I don't really like. These paths are so like confusing looking and really difficult to navigate, it seems, at least for me looking at it. Also, this entrance is really ugly. What I might do first is kind of readjust the entranceway, though I'll have to see how I can do that without disturbing things too much. Maybe we can adjust this a little bit and see what we can build here. You know what, I'll see what I can do. We'll set up a little entranceway here that's maybe a little bit better. One thing I would like to do is, first of all, maybe adjust some of these roads a little bit. So I'm going to take a minute to kind of adjust this entrance pathway and hopefully make it a little bit nicer. Alright, so I'm going to start off with a few things here. We'll get an information kiosk down. We'll get one of our rides set up first. I'm going to put a ride right at the entrance. We'll put just something fairly small. I did kind of rearrange these roads a little bit to kind of open up the space a little bit more at the front and take out some of these areas, as well as have a more direct path going into the park itself. But we'll get some rides down first. Let's see what kind of rides. I think just something fairly simple and gentle would be good to begin with. We'll put down a Ferris wheel. Ferris wheel is always a nice ride. Let's put it like right here, kind of right in this middle area. I'll turn this whole little place into a nice little kind of zone here. Kind of industrial theme zone. Okay, we'll put the exit right there. We'll change the colors a little bit. Let's go for some kind of industrial theme. I'm going to go with mostly the space kind of buildings for a lot of the rides in the park here. And let's make this kind of... I think a lot of my things are going to look really ugly, to be honest. Let's go with maybe a gray and then a umber brown. Maybe red would be better. I kind of like the red and gray. That looks pretty cool and industrial. Could go with yellow. Yeah, this looks pretty good. I mean, it looks ugly, I should say, but that's kind of the theme of the park. This whole park is kind of like ugly and industrial, so this does fit it. I think red, yellow, gray, and kind of steel gray is going to be the theme colors of this park here. Let's put down a little entrance pathway. Yeah, that's long enough. It doesn't need to be too long. And that's pretty good. We'll open this park up. I will do some theming as we go on. And let's actually open the park. Let people in. What's ticket price right now? 10. We can increase that a little bit later. There's a good rule of thumb for how much to increase your rides. Right. We'll throw down one other ride as well, right near the entrance here, and then we can kind of design everything out a little bit more. But let's put something a little bit more exciting. Some kind of cheap thrill ride. We could go for a motion simulator or maybe a 3D cinema. 3D cinema is usually not that great. I think I'm going to go for this one, the magic carpet. That'll be pretty good for the entrance. We'll stick that maybe... where can we put that? Maybe like right here will be okay. Like I said, I'm going to go for most of the same kind of color scheme for everything. So we're going to go with kind of a gray design. I'll go with a little bit of red. And then maybe some yellow as well. This kind of looks like a cool industrial sort of style. And again, for the cars, they're going to also be kind of gray and yellowish. I kind of like that design. I could go with a full kind of steel looking design. That also looks pretty good. All right, that's pretty nice. We'll leave it at that. We could also increase our ticket price. I think with 2 rides like that, we can probably go up to $20 easily. I don't know what the minimum amount for this park is, but eventually we want to see how much they have. So how much do people have when they enter the park? Cash in pocket, 58. Okay. 58. Yeah, so a lot of people starting with around 50, so probably can go at least up to 40 per entrance. So this will get us started. That'll at least get some people in the park, which will be good for us. I wonder if I should make a connection to this part of the park, because right now there's not really any easy way to connect over here. We'll make a very quick little road going across. That way they can easily walk to this one in case they go in the wrong entranceway. They're probably going to wander around the park a lot. This park is quite big. I don't know if I really want people wandering around too much. I could block off some of these entranceways so that they don't wander off anywhere. That might be a good idea, to be honest. Just so they don't get lost, because if guests get lost, wander around here, then it's going to be a big pain in the ass to get them back. But they're already kind of going around wherever. Either way, let's get started on something a little bit bigger. So we've got 2 small rides to begin with. These will be both pretty good. I'll do some scenery decorations a little bit later. I think I'm going to build a small roller coaster to start off with. First of all, let's delete some of this stuff. I said I wouldn't delete the scenery, but I'm going to delete these ones just so I can have a little bit of room for some buildings. I'm going to build my own kind of buildings a little bit later. So we'll get rid of that one for now. And let's build a roller coaster. We'll build a fairly small one. I am planning to build a wooden roller coaster later. I'm thinking either a steel Wild Mouse, which could be pretty good, or a junior coaster. Junior coaster is a little bit cheaper. Both of these are actually pretty good starting coasters. I think right now, though, I'm going to go with a junior coaster. Let's build a custom design. And then later we can maybe put a steel Wild Mouse. I'm thinking because the Wild Mouse is very compact, it might be nice to put one in one of these buildings here that's already built up. But for now, I'm going to put a junior coaster just right in this kind of opening right here. This will be a nice big spot. We can put one. And I think I'm going to raise it up a little bit. I'll make sure it's at the same level as this. I think that's right? That gives us enough space to build a queue line as well. Okay. If we need to adjust it, we can adjust it later. It's not a big deal. So let's build a station. I'll make it fairly long so we can fit some more trains in here. Let's go out of here, turn around, and we can start. Now, one thing nice about this kind of ride is you can do a curved lift hill, so you can make it really twisty kind of ride. But I'm going to make it fairly straight for now. Oh, can't do too high. Okay, down one more. There we go. Okay, we can curve it up a little bit more. Oh, too high for that. Okay. We can go a straight piece there. So only about 16 meters tall is about the maximum we can do with our supports here. We're going to do a big drop here. Now, the thing about this junior coaster is you can't really do big drops at all. Spiral roller coaster. Actually, let me arrange my investment, my research, first of all. I forgot about that. I should always put maximum funding, and I'm going to turn off some of these. We don't really want gentle rides right now, and I'm not going to worry about water rides or stalls or scenery. We're going to mostly go for roller coasters and thrill rides for now. Maybe I'll put on gentle rides later. I think this is fine for now, though. Let's also put some kind of food stall while actually, I'll do it later. This is okay for now. This is a good little setup. 28 guests, getting some people coming in. I don't think I can manage that. So let's actually change this to a little bit of a different turn here. Yeah, that's not too bad. about 6 meter, and does that perfectly go in? That's perfect. So it perfectly fits into the station. That's not too bad. This is an okay kind of ride. Looks okay. We'll have to test it out, see how it goes. A lot of little twists, but I like these little spirals. I can put some scenery in there, and this will be a nice little ride. I wonder if I can make the station a little bit longer. Is it worth it? Maybe I can go back a little bit more. Maybe let's delete this piece, and we can replace it with another station piece. There, okay. That's good. I think that'll fit, right? Does that fit perfectly? Oh yeah, that's pretty good. So that's a little bit longer station. Let's put in the entrance. And the exit can be at the back here. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, that's perfect. So that's our steel junior coaster. We'll test it out, see what the stats are. And let's do some coloring design on it too. Again, we're going to go with the same kind of scheme as everything else. Sort of our industrial sort of theme. I kind of like that. Black, white, and yellow. Again, sort of looking like almost a little bit toxic. Okay, we'll do that. How many trains do we have? We'll make the cars themselves red. Red and white, I think will be good. You know, let's go for a white and yellow kind of design. I like that. Make everything kind of thematic. Let's go white and red. That'll be pretty good. There, perfect. I think that's a nice little color scheme. We'll do some little scenery designs here in a minute with some of these rides so they can actually fit in a little bit more. I'm going to put a few more food stalls right around here so that way people can get something to eat. Let's put down a few things. Let's throw down a hot dog stall. And I'll also throw down a drink stall for now. Here we go. So that'll be pretty good for people coming into the park. They can go in there. Now, what is this? Is this tested yet? Not too bad. Like, okay stats. And Junior Coaster's never going to have great stats. A little bit high intensity, which is not great, but whatever. Let's open it up anyways. And while it's going around, we're going to start doing some scenery design. Also, we need to start getting some more guests in. So let's also do some advertisements. We'll just do a few short campaigns. How much money can I pay for 12 weeks? It's a little bit much, but I think it's definitely worth it. So let's go for that. Half price entry to the park. No, let's not do that. Free food and drink. Yeah, let's do that. And they can have free hot dogs. Advertising campaign for the park. Let's do this for 12 weeks. Ooh, that's expensive. Oh boy. Cost per week, $350. Do I have enough for that? I can pay for it right now. Let's just do 2 weeks for that for now. And advertising campaign for a particular ride. Let's advertise our junior coaster. I'll change the name of the coasters in a minute. Okay. Ooh, a lot of money spent on those advertisements, but it will pay off once you start getting more guests, because that's going to bring a lot of people into the park. And I think we can raise our prices up a little bit more. Let's go up to like 30 per ticket. I think that should be more than enough. Everyone should be able to pay that. Everyone has at least 50. Especially with 3 rides. With a coaster now, we can probably get a lot of people coming in. And let's do a little bit of scenery design while we're working on this. I'm going to go with mostly the industrial kind of themes. Where is that? Here. So let's build some things here. I'm going to go with kind of gray, kind of steel walls here. We'll build just some kind of like, I don't know, like a smokestack or something would be kind of nice. Here. I'm going to put it like right in one of these kind of loops. We'll make a little sort of smokestack area. 2, 3, and 4. That's perfect. That looks pretty nice. And it ruined my red line there. Uh-oh. Can I delete that? Okay, it deleted my red line. Whatever. I guess I'll just put the white there. We'll do something else red in the meantime. I thought I could put this inside of the red one, but I guess not. Doesn't really matter too much. Whatever. We'll do that, and we'll put some other kind of designs here. You know what I might do is let's throw on some red little smokestacks here. That'll be kind of nice. There we go. Put 2 smokestacks right there, and let's put a little bit of fire coming out of them too. I'll change the color of the fire there. Let's make it kind of a dark gray little pipe. There we go. That looks pretty cool. I think that looks nice. And that'll hopefully improve the scenery of this little ride a little bit more. We'll get some other kind of scenery going on a little bit later as well. I don't know what else to do to make it kind of interesting. But that looks kind of cool. We'll put a few other things around here as well. What are the notifications I got? I kind of missed those. Let's start working on some other rides in the meantime, though. We don't want to spend too much time just doing scenery. We'll get a few more gentle rides down. Something simple like a Ferris wheel. I'd like to put a Ferris wheel right over here. Would be quite nice. Kind of close to our factory kind of area here. Yeah, right next to the coaster I think would be great. Now, is that correct? Is that on the right spot? Ooh, these paths make it really hard to put stuff down and see where I'm putting anything. Like, for example, is this on the ground or is it up in the air? I can't really tell, to be honest. I don't know. Maybe I'm going to remove the Ferris wheel for now because I don't know where exactly I'm putting this. Let's move it somewhere else then. I would like to put it with this coaster here. We'll have to see where I can actually fit it in. I could fit it like right in there, which would be kind of cool. That looks pretty cool, actually. You know what? Let's put it like right there. That'll look very industrial when I get some things sorted out for it. We'll have to make a fairly roundabout queue line, but putting this in the air does help out with that a little bit. Let's do some design. We're going to go for a red. And then, like I said, we're going to keep everything fairly consistent. Let's go with white and gray. That'll be kind of good. It looks kind of industrial a little bit. Let's work on our queue line for that one. And they can go around this building to wait in the queue. Let's connect up the path as well to that one. Okay, there we go. And also get the exit connected up, wherever the exit is. Poor little exit path. We will try to arrange these a little bit nicer, I think. Okay, I think that's all connected up, right? Okay, pretty good. I do like that, though. Having the ride within the other ride always looks nice. And that does kind of add to the industrial sort of theme a little bit more. I'll do some more kind of theming a little bit later to make it look pretty cool. But I think this looks pretty good, honestly. I like this little ride. And this is really popular, too. Okay, no price for the ride, which is fine. That's pretty normal. Let's increase the entrance price a little bit. Let's go like 35. I think 40 will be pretty good. I do want them to have enough money to buy drinks, but eventually we can throw in a... what is it? Let's go with food stalls. Do I have ATMs? I do have ATMs, so we could throw in an ATM here, and that should help people pay more money for things. So you know what? Let's throw down an ATM like right here. That way, if they need more money, they can easily get some, and we can charge probably up to 40 for this park. I think people will easily be able to pay it. Yeah, no problem. Pretty good. So we're getting a lot of money now. Lots and lots of money coming in. I think this is going to be pretty easy. Let's throw down a few more simple rides. I'll throw down a few more food stalls. Let's throw down some kind of like, what is this? Sub sandwich. Let's get some balloons. I always love having balloons in the park. We'll do, let's just do red. I like the red balloons. That'll be kind of suitable for our park here. Could do random color, like with the umbrellas, I'm doing random color as well. We'll throw down a few more kind of small flat rides in this area and then do some other kind of coasters in other places. Let's throw down another thrill ride here to get started. Maybe a motion simulator. We could put this indoors somewhere. That might be interesting. Let's hide scenery. I could put it like right here. That could be an interesting kind of idea. And then we can have the path kind of connect up to it. You know, let's do that. That'll be kind of cool. Like, it is indoor, inside of this thing here. We could also put it in our coaster, but I think I won't do that. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to put it right here. That'll be good. We'll put an entranceway. Yeah, entranceway, and the exit will just go up here, and then we'll connect it up in a minute. There we go. Let's do a small little path for this one. There we go. Theming for that is already pretty good. Let's make our exit path as well. There we go. So that's pretty nice. That way they can get out and go somewhere else in the park. Let's turn that on too. Motion simulators actually quite like. They're pretty easy to run. Can we do any kind of style designs? Not really. I would like to keep it kind of thematically consistent, so let's go with red and go with black and yellow. I do like the red and yellow though, so we'll go with that instead. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's start working on another coaster. I do have a lot of money now. I think I'm going to go for a fairly big coaster design. In the back part of the park here, maybe like right here would be a good spot. Like this corner for a big wooden coaster. So let's try that. Let's see. Yeah, I do have wooden coaster unlocked. We have a few other ones. Spiral coaster, looping coaster, and we just got corkscrew roller coaster as well. So these will be quite nice later. But I'm going to go with a wooden one for now. Let's build a custom design. Let's turn this around. Make it fairly big. All right, let's go back to working on our other ride here. Guest happiness is pretty good. We have 500 guests. We need 1,000 by the end of the year. So we're kind of halfway there. And we have tons and tons of money right now. So I think we have more than enough to start building our coaster, as I was about to do. Let's, again, work on this. I wonder which way would be best to manage this. I think I'm going to go this way. Okay, we should just be able to make it into here. Okay, perfect. So that's our roller coaster. A huge mess there. Hopefully this won't be too awful. Let's throw in the entrance and the exit. The entrance like right here. And exit can go on this side, I think. Can I even fit it on here? Okay, we'll see how this actually works. Let's just test this first to see if it's not awful. But it's a pretty big coaster. We'll see how that works. We'll see how this goes. So it can fit 2 trains, which is not bad. But I want to make sure this ride is not awful, to be honest. There are a few tight turns, which I am a little bit worried about, like right here. After this big turn, ooh, look at that. And then a few hills here. And another really tight turn. Ooh, I'm kind of worried about that one. And this turn is really tight as well. Oof. But let's see what it ends up being. What the stats end up being. I may have to go back and fix these turns a little bit. Like this last one is really tight. While we're waiting for the test results, I'm going to throw down a few more simple rides. Let's put down a couple more gentle rides. Something I can very easily show on here. Well, let's do another thrill ride quickly. Ooh, a launch free fall. These are always great. Let's just do a custom design. Like, we don't need to worry too much about it. We'll put it, like, somewhere over here. I would like to put it in one of these towers. That would be kind of interesting. I wonder if I could fit it in this tower. I might be able to do it, like, just like this. Ooh, footpath in the way. Aw, boy. Damn it. Okay, let's try something else instead. I was hoping I can go right up through the middle of that footpath there. Let's try something else. We could put it in here, maybe. Continue with our sort of pseudo-industrial theme with this one. That's kind of cool. I like that. Let's make it fairly tall. Not too tall. Okay, that's good. Throw down an entrance and an exit right here. This is going to be tough to fit in. I don't know where I'm going to put these. Okay, entrance can go right here, maybe. We'll have to figure out how to arrange this. Let's put the exit there. Okay. That's pretty rough. And then we'll see. Let's go check on the... while we're waiting for that one, I'll color that up as well. Main color can be... Let's go with yellow. And then we can go with a kind of black and white scheme. I think that's pretty good. There we go. I like that. That's kind of nice. Marketing campaign for free hot dogs is finished. Let's go back to our marketing. Free entry to the park. We should do all of these. I need to remember to keep these up. Free drinks. Advertising campaign to the park. Let's keep this going as well. That's a lot of money to run it, but we'll do these anyways, and we'll get advertisement for our new junior coaster. We'll just do it for that. That's fine. Throw all those up. And let's see how did this turn out? Ooh, intensity, very high intensity. High excitement, but the intensity is very high. I don't know who's going to want to ride this one. It's going to be really tough. I could try to lower it a little bit. We'll have to see how we can do that, to be honest, because people may not want to ride it if it's too intense like that. We'll open it up anyways, or actually, let's close it for now. I'll have to see where I can lower the intensity. I think I just have too many of these tight turns. I'll go back and fix it. Let me get this launched free fall done first, because this will be an easy way to make us some good money. Uh-oh. Okay, there we go. So fix that up a little bit. What a mess. Always dealing with the footpaths can be a mess sometimes. Like, I don't know, where's the entrance to this one? Or the exit? We can put it right there. And let's kind of make this work. Let's go around this way, I guess. Or let's go that way. That'll be good. Just around the scenery. Okay, that's good. I think that's fine. I think that works. We'll have to see if they can actually get in there. Okay, there we go. Launch free fall. And let's open up this ride as well. I'm going to edit this roller coaster a little bit to make it a bit better. Let's shut it down first. Now, what places I think we could cut down the intensity? There's two places I think are a little bit too intense. Like right here, maybe we can cut this down. And also in the back. When we pull into the station, this is really fast and really tight. I think we're going to cut this down a little bit. Here, we'll try to kind of bank the turns a little bit more. Okay, this just barely fits in the park. Okay. I think we can arrange this a little bit better. If we throw in some brakes, that may be able to manage this, to be honest. Problem is getting this really tight turn in is going to be hard. So we got to put some brakes somewhere further back, so they don't like just smash into the wall or something. Like maybe right here we can throw a brake down. Block brakes. Let's go down to like 6 kilometers right there. Yeah, that'll be pretty good. So hopefully that'll slow it down enough that it's not too bad. We'll test it one more time and see how that is. And then we can do some color designs too. Let's kind of change the color of this ride. So keeping the industrial sort of theme, I do want to keep the yellow. We'll go with a gray track. And then the supports, we can make it white. Is that too much? I kind of like the gray steel looking supports. That looks pretty good. I like that. And the vehicle will make the vehicle a reddish kind of color. Kind of red and orange hazard colors. There we go. I like that. That's pretty good. And we'll see what the ratings end up being. I really don't like this ending of the roller coaster. I may have to change that again if it turns out really bad. But our park is doing really well. 800 guests. We're already almost at our goal. We have tons and tons of money. I really like the way this ride turned out. This ride turned out really well. Oh, is this not open? Let's open that up. We want people to come on the drop tower. And if this turns out well, okay, this is still pretty bad. 9.86, very high. Oh well, you know, whatever. I think the lateral Gs are still really high. I don't know what the worst part are for the lateral Gs. I guess it's right here is also quite a bad spot. But whatever. I think it's okay. We're going to just open it up. I'm not going to bother too much with it. People who like crazy rides will probably enjoy that. Let's check our advertisements. Let's keep our advertisements going on. Half price entry to the park. Let's put a 12-week campaign. Free food and drink. 12 weeks, and we'll do hot dogs. And advertising campaign for a particular ride. Let's advertise our new wooden roller coaster. There we go, okay. And I'm also going to see if I can rename some of these coasters. So let's go for some of these ones. I'm going to rename some of the coasters while I have some time now. We'll call this one the tetanus shot. That'll be good. The tetanus shot. And let's call this one workplace hazard. All right, there we go. That's pretty good. And we will do some more theme design for this one as well while we're waiting. I'm going to throw down another kind of quick ride while we're waiting in the meantime. Let's throw down this. This will be nice. And I can maybe even fit this in the middle of one of these areas. Actually, you know what? Right here would be kind of cool, right? Kind of like right above the coaster while it's going would be kind of nice. If I had a little bit more space in this area, it would be kind of cool to fit right in there. But not exactly. The problem is, how am I going to do the paths for that one? I think what I will do instead, you know what? I'm going to put another Ferris wheel there. I like the idea of having the Ferris wheel sort of industrial design here. It does make it look pretty cool when it's going through and there's a big Ferris wheel there. So I'm going to put one right here. We'll do another one. That's fine. And let's do another sort of theming here. This one will be orange and gray. I think that'll be kind of nice. We'll make the holdings white there. That'll be good. That looks pretty good. I think that's kind of nice. That looks pretty cool. Let's turn you on. And we'll connect you up as well. Okay, good. And we'll do a very quick little queue line. Okay, there we go. Perfect. So I do like having these Ferris wheels here. I think this kind of adds to the design of the ride a little bit more. We'll do another little scenery around here as well pretty soon. Let's add something to this ride to make it look more interesting. Maybe some kind of tower or like a smokestack I think would be cool. Like right here would be a good place for a smokestack. So let's do that. I'm going to make one right around here. We'll make it fairly gray, I guess. What other kind of walls do we have? Yeah, let's make a kind of tubular sort of design here. Alright, so I think that looks pretty cool. I don't know if it looks like a smokestack, but it does look kind of cool. It makes this ride look a little bit nicer. So we'll maybe add some more kind of theming elements around here. Our park is going really well. We have tons of money right at the moment and getting a lot of people coming in. We do have to kind of keep expanding around, but basically we've already won the scenario. It's year 2 March. We have to do it till the end of year 3, basically. I think what we're going to do is throw down a few more food stalls in the meantime. Let's throw down a clinic as well. That'll be quite useful. And what else? Hot dogs. We already have hot dogs. Throw down some kind of sandwich or french fries maybe. Let's throw down chicken nuggets. That'll be good. There, chicken nugget stall will be nice. And maybe one more stall here. What else can we do? How about a bathroom? Yeah, we definitely need a toilet. We don't have any at the moment. Yeah, throw a toilet down right at the front of the park. There we go. And we can maybe put another toilet somewhere in the back here. This roller coaster is still doing really well. A lot of people want to go on this junior coaster. What about this one? Is this even popular at all? Not really. Some people going in here, but not a lot. I think it's a little bit too intense for a lot of people. So maybe the intensity is a little bit too high. Let's see what people have to say about it. I'm not going to workplace hazard while it's raining. Okay, workplace hazard is raining. So they don't want to go in the rain. That's fine. That's okay. That's understandable. We'll put another coaster up. What I want to do is a wild mouse coaster. So I'm thinking of using these towers here and putting in a wild mouse coaster in that area. We could throw down another thrill ride while we're kind of like busy with stuff. I could do another drop tower. That might be nice. I think mixing these two types of rides is always pretty cool. So we'll put one right here, a drop tower like right in the back here. And it can go up right between the ride. Like that. That's kind of cool. We'll make this one a little bit taller than the other one as well. So we're going to attract some more people. Okay, that's pretty good. Put our entrance and our exit in. Oh, what is this? A piece of scenery accidentally through there. We don't have that many good spots. I guess we'll put it like right here. And exit right here. And I'll kind of arrange how this will work out. How we can actually get the pathway to here. Hypercoaster now available. Actually, I'm going to change my research up a little bit. So what am I researching right now? I'm going to turn off thrill rides, roller coasters. Let's get some more gentle rides. And I like to get some water rides too. I like to make a little water park of sorts. We'll research a few other things. I think I have a lot of coasters right now. I haven't even built any of them yet. Let's change the color scheme of this. I'm going to go with orange as well. Orange and gray. I think it looks kind of cool. The kind of mix of the yellow and orange style. And you know what? Maybe I will change the... Okay, let's put the pathway here. Let's turn this off. See-through supports. Great. All right, this is looking pretty good so far. We got maybe half the park fairly developed. I think I'm going to change the color scheme of this ride from yellow to more orange. I think that'll be kind of nice. A bright, bright orange like this. That kind of matches all the other little things in this area too. Ooh, a lot of garbage in the park. That's going to lower our rating a lot. Let's get a few more handymen around here. And get one of you guys just to cover this area around the food stalls specifically. While you can cover this area over here. This junior coaster is really, really popular. I should build something else that's kind of similar to it, because it seems like that one is something people really want to ride. This big coaster, it doesn't seem as popular, but it is getting full rides, so I guess it's doing well enough. Okay, let's work on another coaster though. That'll be good. Okay, this is getting rides. I just need to make sure everything is getting rides. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to do a wild mouse. I think I'm going to put it through these little towers here. I think that'll be kind of an interesting idea. We have a lot of new coasters too. Oof, a lot of good things. Compact inverted coaster, hyper coaster, giga coaster. I do want to make just a small little coaster though. So I'm going to go with a steel wild mouse for now. Custom design. And we'll put it right in here. This will be great. Let's see. I think I'm going to actually put it on this side of the platform here. Right there. That'll be perfect. We'll move it over a little bit. At least it has 2 spaces out. I think that'll be great. Yeah, so that'll be pretty good. Make it fairly long, and then we're going to loop it through these towers here, or like around these towers. Okay, this is pretty good. It looks a little bit ugly, but I think it looks kind of cool going through this whole area. The train's going to go in and out of these little towers here, and then we'll kind of align everything back up. So this is about 1 meter above the ground. Is this tall enough? Yeah, okay, that should be tall enough to get out of there. Let's see if we can get this aligned perfectly. Down to 3 meter, down to 1 meter. Oh, 0 meter. Let's go back to 1 meter here. Go flat. And we need to somehow get it back into the station. Is that going to make it in? That just makes it in. Okay, so is this going to be crazy? Is this going to be like a terrible ride? Let's try this out first. Oh, we got to build the entrance. Let's throw it like right here. And exit can be at the back here. Okay, good. Let's just test this ride. I want to see how it is. How it goes through this. Because if this works out pretty well, we don't need too much in the way of theming, honestly. I'm going to start working on the entrance pathway as well. Now, Wild Mouse, I think will not be too difficult, to be honest. Marketing campaign is finished. Let's keep the marketing campaigns going. Half price entry. We have so much money. Like, I have more money than I know what to do with right now. I guess we can do free entry to the park. I'm just going to do full length marketing campaigns because I have just tons and tons of money right now. I could probably also increase my money as well. I mean, my ticket price. I don't know if I need to, honestly, though. Let's go for workplace hazard. Okay, good. There we go. Okay, perfect. That seems like it's pretty good. Let's see how this ride turned out. What is the stats? Ooh, intensity 10. Really high. Ugh, that's pretty bad. So what's the big issue here? What's the big problem? Lateral G's. Ooh. I think this right here is the biggest problem. When this drop comes in, the lateral G's right here are really, really high. So we got to fix that a little bit. I think what we'll do is I'll stretch this line out a little bit more. So let's actually turn this off for now. Close. Let's edit that one a little bit. Yeah, okay. We're going to stretch out this part of the park. Right where it comes out. And we'll make it continue down a little bit more. That way, because we can't really do banked turns with this. So we do have to kind of see if we can align this a little bit better. Let's do a fairly wide turn instead. Now, is that going to be enough to get in there? Let's see, that might be. Okay, maybe that will work. Let's see if this works any better. Make that a little bit lighter of a turn. Hopefully that's not too bad. But let's try this again. And I'm going to go for the theming. We'll make it match the color of these things. So let's go for a... I'll keep that one blackish. We'll make this one a kind of blue. And this one, I'll make it a kind of purplish color. Actually, that looks pretty good. Let's make it like this. Dark water. And the track can be... We'll make the track fairly bright to stand out a little bit. I think that looks pretty good. And we'll make the cars also fairly bright too. I'll make them like yellow. That'll be kind of nice. Yellow and gray. Okay, let's see if this is any better. Is this any improved? I don't know. We'll wait for the testing to kind of go through, and then we'll come check it out in a minute. Hopefully that won't be too bad. While we're waiting, what's going on? Why is this closed? Launch freefall? Okay, never mind. I guess it was being repaired at the moment. Everything else is going pretty good. Let's throw down a few more thrill rides while we're waiting for that to kind of work out. You know what? Let's go for... I would like to build a go-kart track. Actually, that would be a cool idea. Let's maybe make a go-kart through one of these little buildings here. That would be kind of an interesting idea. But I think in the meantime, I'm going to put something else. Let's put down this one, Enterprise. Right here would be a good spot for it, I think. Yeah, perfect. We'll put the entrance right here. And exit can go back here, maybe. And we'll work around the exit there. Let's go for the color design. I think I'm going to go with a... We'll keep the space theme. I'm looking for yellow would be pretty good. Yellow and kind of gray is nice. I like that sort of industrial theme. Okay, let's work on the footpath a little bit. Let's turn off the scenery. Just see where I'm putting this stuff. Okay, that's a little bit awkward, but let's do that. That's pretty good. And for this one, let's make the queue line go around and around. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. That's a little bit short queue line. I wish I could have made it longer. Oh well. Doesn't matter. It's because both of these are like right next to each other, so it's a little bit hard to put them in the right spot. I guess what I could do is I can move this one down a little bit more and make the queue line shorter like that. Or longer, I should say. There we go. Let's do that. Now, what about this ride? Let's check this one again. Is this okay? Still 10 very high lateral Gs. So let's look at this ride. What's the worst spot for lateral Gs? I think it's this corner still. So let's see if we can fix it again. Turn it off. This is going to be a problem. Always working on Wild Mouse is very difficult because you get these weird little turns. You can't do banked turns, which makes it pretty tough to manage, to be honest. Let's see if I can make it a fairly round turn. Do we have anything special? I could put some brakes on. You know what? Maybe that'll be the best option. Put on like a brake. The problem is then I may not have enough speed to get through the rest of the ride here. Uh-oh. Oh no. The car crashed. Oh no. Oh boy. So this brake, oh no, we got to turn it off. This is going off now. So this brake is a mistake. Let's delete that. That slows it down way too much. They can't even make it up the hill. So we'll have to go with a normal piece. Let's try that. Okay, hopefully that, it didn't kill anyone. So that's good again. And the name of this is going to be Mouseworks. I think that's a kind of cool name for a sort of industrial mouse design. And I think I'm going to change the color a little bit. Let's change this to yellow. I like to keep everything kind of yellowy. Bright yellow. There we go. Ooh, can this make it up? Just barely makes it up. Okay. Now, does that have enough speed to make it through? Ooh, it's a little bit slow, but it can just barely make it. Okay. I wonder if the ending part is also pretty bad for the lateral Gs. Ooh, that turn is really tight now, though. Oh my god, bro. This ride sucks. I hate the Wild Mouse. Okay, I'll try to rearrange this in a minute. Maybe we'll see if I can fix this one. I'm going to take a minute here to try to fix this one. We're losing guests. Oh my god, my park rating is went way down. Oh boy. Okay, this will have to be the last time we kind of test this out. See if this actually works. This ride is very rapidly becoming a disaster for me. So while that one's testing, I'm going to start working on a new coaster because I'm tired of trying to work on that Wild Mouse. Like I said, I'm going to try to put it through this whole area here. So I'm going to see if I can put the station right in the middle. Let's go with a looping coaster. I think looping coaster would be pretty good. Corkscrew coaster could be pretty good. Compact inverted coaster. You know, let's go through corkscrew coaster. You know, put the station like right here. Maybe a little bit further, like right here. Yeah, I think this is a good spot. And then we'll put the road there over. Make this big enough. Okay, so this would barely make it, but I think that last turn is going to be a problem. So we'll have to see if we can arrange this a little bit better. Let's see if we can make this a little bit smoother. Maybe we can put a brake section over here somewhere. Okay, what a ridiculous pathway to get out, but at least it kind of works. Okay, let's check out this coaster, see if it actually works at all. Oh, it seems like it doesn't work, right? Let's turn this off again. I want to see what went wrong. Let's close it. And test again. Okay, let's test it again. What exactly is going wrong here? There must not be enough speed at one spot, so we'll have to see if we can get a lift hill somewhere. Or, sorry, a booster somewhere to keep it going. I think probably it loses a lot of speed over here somewhere, which is the problem. So let's see how this goes out. Maybe I can make this lift hill a little bit taller in the meantime to kind of sort it out. Or make this loop a little bit smaller. Okay, so here it goes, going through the loop, and it can just make that loop. Now, where does it lose speed? Oh, right here. Okay, so right there we need like a booster or something, because it just cannot get through this mess of spaghetti that I put here. Okay, so let's stop that. We'll try to fix that up. Let's check on the Wild Mouse. Is anybody actually riding this? It seems like this is pretty intense. People don't want to ride it, but it is raining, so maybe that's why as well. Let's fix this coaster. This coaster is a mess. I'm not amazing at coaster design, so I always have little issues like this where something just breaks like that. So this is the problem right here. Yeah, this area where we have a lot of just like random stuff. Let's delete these things here. Okay, that's fine. We'll leave that there, and we'll put a special. What can I put here? I'll just do a normal one. And I think I'm going to put a booster right here. Back to 64. And let's see if that can make it work. So we'll put 2 boosters there. We'll see if that will be enough to keep it going through the rest of the ride. Let's test it out. Because I would like to keep this kind of corkscrewing sort of design, even though it looks like hideous a little bit. Let's also change the color scheme a little bit more. I'm going to go kind of match the rest of the park. Kind of a gray, steel gray color scheme. And make it with maybe orange supports. Actually, you know what? Let's make the supports gray. And the color of the actual ride, we'll make it kind of red. I think that'll be good. Ooh, is it going to have enough to make it through here? Ooh, barely make it. That's not too bad, actually. Maybe I don't even need the brake there. Let's see, what are the results of that? Actually, not bad. 6 is pretty high. I'm going to remove this brake, though. I think that brake is unnecessary, so let's just delete that. We'll replace it with just a normal piece. That's fine, because it's already slow enough, to be honest. And what about these boosters? Are these boosters enough to keep it going? Yeah, let's put that like quite high, right? 100. Okay, that'll be pretty good. Let's try that. Keep it a little bit faster. Let's change the color of the cars as well. Corkscrew roller trains, that's fine. I think the white is pretty good. Let's go with a bright orange, I think. Or, you know what, let's go with a yellow. That looks kind of nice. We'll make everything else kind of like a grayish. Sort of like a test vehicle. Okay, that's looking pretty good. I'm liking this park already, and our rating has gone back up. We did lose a lot of guests, so we do have to... we still have another year left. It's only year 2, so we still have a lot of way to go. Let's see how this goes. Motion simulator has broken down. Oof. Okay, can this make it through here? Okay, the boosters give a little bit of a boost, just enough to get through here. And we'll see how that is. Will that raise the intensity too high? I don't think so. .22, 7.4, so not too great. I could probably make it a little bit more exciting if I had a bigger hill. So maybe that's what I'll do. I'm going to actually maybe raise the hill a little bit. Let's close it. I want to make this a little bit taller, if possible. Okay, so this might work. Let's try this. So a little bit taller. Maybe they'll make it a little bit more intense. We have this kind of spiraling downward area too, so that'll make it kind of interesting too. So let's try that out. See if that's any better. Ooh, merry-go-round is broken down. Let's throw in a few more thrill rides. Like, these thrill rides are really popular. Let's throw a few more of these down. I think we got a lot researched. I was hoping to build a go-kart, so maybe we'll put one of those down. In the meantime, I think I'll put this one, this kind of spinning ride. It's always quite nice. Yeah, right here will be a good spot, I think. And we'll just make a very small little queue line. Okay, perfect. Let's go like that. I guess that's a little bit too short, but whatever, that's fine. Doesn't matter too much, to be honest. There we go, whatever, that's okay. Let's just reduce the wait time, that way people don't have to wait at all. Minimum wait time to 0. And let's change the colors up very quickly. Yeah, I kind of like that. Okay, that's fine. Let's open that up. Let's go check on this ride, this one. How does this rate now? Ooh, intensity 10 extreme. Ugh, it did get a little bit better excitement, but the intensity is way too high. Max lateral G's. So where's the worst spot for the lateral G's? Let's see. It must be right here. This must be really bad. Either here or this kind of downward corkscrew sort of area. Guests are complaining about the amount of trash in your park. Let's just get a few more handymen. And a few more entertainers as well to make people shut up. Okay, so here's the train. Let's see how this goes. I bet it's right here. Yeah, that must be a lot of lateral G's. This area is still pretty calm. I think this is not too bad. But let's fix this part of the coaster a little bit more. Because this is a mess. Oh boy. Now what we could do to make this a little bit better is maybe throw in some corkscrews. That would be pretty good. Alright, finally we got this kind of sorted out. Hopefully this will be enough to mitigate a lot of the problems. We put another loop at the bottom here, and hopefully this will make the ride actually work. I spent a lot of time trying to get this working, kind of ignoring the rest of my park here, but whatever, it's fine. Things are going pretty well. Everything's working out decently. I think we'll start working on another coaster pretty soon, but I'm going to throw down a few more rides in the meantime. Maybe a few more stalls just to make a little bit more money. We did unlock a few stalls. Let's throw down a hat stall. That'd be kind of nice. And we'll sell the hats. Let's do white hats. That'll be kind of nice. White hats, red balloons, kind of fit our theme here. Let's throw down a couple more stalls. What other stalls do we have? We have first aid, information kiosk, souvenir stall. I'm going to actually throw down another toilet somewhere further in the back of the park. Like back here. And we'll also throw down maybe another drink stall right here as well. And another maybe burger stall would be good. There we go. So just a few more stalls in the back there will be pretty nice. Things are going pretty well. It seems like a lot of people riding everything. I would say this ride is probably the least popular. Okay, let's see how this works. This one is almost done its testing. No results yet. Let's see how the testing goes, if it's too intense or not. if it's actually viable as a ride. Oh wow, ultra extreme intensity. Oh my god, that's even worse than before. Shit, I really think this is the problem. We got to sort this out. So I'm going to take a minute again to try to sort it out, and then we'll see if we can get it working. Okay, hopefully this will actually work. I added a bunch of new loops and a bunch of other random stuff. So maybe I should have not bothered touching it the first time. Making this drop hill way taller, I think only screwed up this ride. Okay, in the meantime, I'm going to try working on something else. Let's throw down a few more rides. We do have a lot of guests. We have already reached our limit, and we're already year 3, so we don't have too much time left. I'm going to drop down a few more rides. Did I get any more gentle rides? Flying saucers. Let's put down this one. This will be kind of nice. Put this maybe in the back here. This will be pretty good. We do want to fill out the back of the park a little bit more. Maybe right here would be kind of good. We just need to find a way to connect it up to the rest of the park. I would like to somehow involve this with this ride here, if possible, but we'll see if we can even fit it in anywhere. We can maybe put it like right here. That'd be kind of nice. Okay, perfect. So that just barely fits in the middle there. It looks a little bit silly, but I think it's kind of not too bad, to be honest. We can repaint this a little bit. Make it, again, more kind of metallic looking. And we'll make the vehicles kind of go for the bright orange. I like the bright orange and white. That'll look pretty good. Okay, that's pretty nice. Now let's see what the rating for this is. Is it still terrible? 10.4 extreme. What's the biggest problem? I guess it's still the max lateral G's, right? Maybe too many loops as well. That could also be making it too extreme. I have 2 loops right here. Maybe I can remove one of these loops to make it a little bit better. Let's close it. I think I'll remove one of the loops here. Okay, it looks a little bit boring, but at least it kind of connects up now. And you know what we can do, maybe to make it a bit more interesting, let's put another photo section right here. Oh, only one per ride. Can we put anything else here that would be interesting? I'll just put that there. So it does look a little bit boring having this thing here, but at least it hopefully will not be so intense. So let's try that out. Okay, pretty good. Having this kind of flying saucer in the middle there is kind of cool too. I like having everything go around the scenery there. You know, this park is actually looking pretty good. Let's take a nice aerial view. If I can get like one more roller coaster, if I can fit like one more big one right here, maybe we'll get one giga coaster. I have a ton of money. I can definitely afford it. Let's also go for advertising. I think my advertising have all been a little bit lapse. So let's put some money back into advertisement to get some of our people in. It is the last little edge of the time here. Fried chicken, advertising campaign for the park. And advertising for a particular ride. Let's advertise what's the new one I just made? Twist 1, there we go. Is that the name of this one? What's the name of this one here? Corkscrew roller coaster. Let's give this one a new name. There, because I've had so many problems building this one's going to be called OSHA violation. Okay, and we'll put an advertisement for that one as well. Oh, I already put an advertisement anyways, but that's fine. Vouchers for free entry to the park. We don't want to do free entry because that's how we make all our money. We need people to actually come in. But running all the advertisements will hopefully get a lot of people coming in. So I think what we're going to do for our last big ride is one more coaster going to the side here. One thing that I was going to do, let's throw in a few more throw rides that are pretty easy to build. For example, this bumper cars will be quite nice. I'll put this right here. And this will be pretty easy just to put in there, get a little bit more attention there. Let's make this, again, kind of industrial theme. Yellow and yellow here. Make this one kind of like orange. That'll be good. There, that's pretty good. I like that. And the vehicles can be all, let's go for like a bright orange kind of color and red. Okay, so let's set this one up. See-through scenery. Right there. That's a very easy setup ride, and that'll give us a little bit more people coming in. Great. That's easy to set up. And again, with the scenery, so let's check out this one. How is this going? Okay, this is barely working now. 7.4, 9.7, so just barely okay. I think that's good enough to open, though, so let's open up that one, and we can finally get people on this ride. Actually, I quite like the way this turned out. I think this looks pretty cool, to be honest. It does look a little bit janky, especially in the back here, where I was trying to connect everything up and not have it be a total mess. It's a very spaghetti kind of ride, but I do like that it uses these towers and kind of goes around there. Now, the last thing I want to do is we're going to make a big Giga Coaster. I'm going to delete this scenery here. I think that's a little bit silly. I don't really need that there. But let's work on our next big coaster. We have $12,000 in the bank. I think we have more than enough for a really big Giga Coaster. Was there anything else I want to do? We could do an observation tower, maybe. Do I have any other tower drop rides? I guess not. I only have the launch freefall, which is not great. Could make a go-kart. Go-karts are actually quite a nice ride. Would be cool to have a go-kart going through the middle of the park here. But I think I'll do that later. I'm going to go for the Giga Coaster first. But I think we did unlock that. Let's see. Giga Coaster. Here we go. Let's do that. Ooh, trash in the park. Okay, let's quickly resolve this issue first. Put more garbages around everywhere. Just garbage goes everywhere. We need to get some handymen out to these other areas. Especially this area needs a lot of people out here. What is broken down? This is broken down. We need a few more people. Let's get a few more people working here. Let's set your path in this area. We'll get another mechanic to come over here as well and cover this whole area here. This is the main area where people have a lot of food, so there's a lot of junk being thrown around there. Okay, things are going pretty well. Like, our park rating is really good. Our guest count is going up again. $14,000. I think we have more than enough. We can start working on our Giga Coaster. So Hyper Coaster or Giga Coaster. Let's do that. Let's do a huge drop. That'll be great. Let's make it right in this big open area here. We're going to have lots of space. So we have construction rights over here. We can still build over there. Yeah, let's see where... I think maybe right here will be a good place for our station. Like right along here. Okay, so maybe this will work. A lot of brakes. Hopefully that'll be enough to slow it down after this twist. So I put a big twisty at the end there. Hopefully that'll cut down on the speed a little bit. We'll try out this coaster again and see if that actually makes any better. But that does add a lot to the park. I think having that huge coaster in the back there is pretty impressive. Makes it look pretty nice. This park's already looking quite good, to be honest. I'm quite liking this a lot. And it seems like a lot of people are liking this this one, whatever it is, not flying saucers. Enough people are going on this. Let's see what they think about it. What do they think about it? OSHA violation was great. Only one person thinks it's too intense, so a lot of people do like it, which is quite nice. Even though it's very on the line of being overly intense. What about this one? Is this one okay yet? Okay, testing still going. Wow, these cars are taking a long time to get to the top. Okay, let's see how they go. I'm going to follow this one. Super tall, super tall. This is going to be so fast. Oh my god. I should have put the photo section right here, but that's not too bad. How about on the second one is pretty good. And up and down. And this twist is going to be insane, I think. But I think that should cut down some of the speed a little bit. Okay, hopefully that'll be okay. Let's see how that goes. Maybe this will cut down the speed enough. The brakes, are the brakes enough? I need to put the brakes maybe a little bit stronger. Let's see. Okay, oh, ultra extreme still. Negative vertical G's are way too high, and max lateral G's again way too high. Oof. Oh boy. Okay, we'll see if we can fix this one a little bit more. Let's close it and fix this one. Okay. I still think this is my big issue, to be honest. You know what? I'm going to delete this whole thing here. This whole loop, I think, is a bad idea. We'll keep maybe some of the loop. You know what? We'll keep some of it. That'll be kind of good. Okay, let's put on some brakes. We'll put the brakes very slow to like 6 kilometers. And then put in an S-bend. Oh, we won. So we got our objective. 1,000 guests in the park at the end of year 3 with a park rating of at least 6,000. So great. So we achieved our objective. I do want to finish my ride, though. This is my last ride, if possible. Can we at least finish our little ride here? Oh, no. What happened? Oh, boy. So the train crashed and killed everyone. What happened here? Oh, my God. It's going to crash again. Oh, no. What's going on here? Is it broken down? Oh no. It's gonna crash again. Oh boy. Okay, jeez. So that's terrible. Just as we won the scenario, 28 people died on workplace hazard. Oh my god. I guess it really is a workplace hazard, right? Okay. Oh boy. Okay, let's put in another brake here. This one, we'll make it a little bit faster, like 14. Okay. Let's see if that is okay for this coaster. We'll open this coaster up. And I'm going to give this one a new name, too. Let's call this one... Mechanical Mayhem. Alright, so that's pretty good. So this park is overall pretty good. We did have 28 people die on us, but luckily that came right after the scenario was beaten. I just want to see if this, at least this coaster can finish, and then I think that'll be the end of my little park here. But this is a pretty good park so far. I didn't get too much decoration done. It's just enough trying to get the coasters working properly, to be honest. Like, I spent so much time trying to get my coasters working that I didn't spend that much time doing a lot of decorating. But I think the sum I did do was pretty nice. Like, over here, I think this one looks the best. And this is okay as well. Okay, here comes this coaster. Let's see how it goes. Let's follow this train. Speed up a little bit. I want to see how this goes. And then I think I'm going to finish this, or I'm already pretty much done the scenario here. Ooh, okay. Pretty intense as well. Put normal speed. Oh my god, ultra extreme still. It's a little bit better, but it's still way too much. Jesus Christ. Okay, so this is always the problem. This ending area is terrible. We'll have to see how we can arrange that. I'll try one more time to fix it, and then I think I'll end the scenario. At least I want my 1 giga coaster to work. Okay, so let's see if we can fix this one. Okay, so hopefully this will be enough to do it. We put a break in here. We have a little bit of a rounder ending, and hopefully that'll be enough to cut down the G's. We do have a lot of vertical G's, but the whole point of this ride is to have huge vertical G's anyways, so I don't care about that as much. Okay. So yeah, pretty good. I mean, 3 years, 1,790 guests. We probably could have done better if I didn't spend so long trying to get my coasters right. I definitely need practice building the coasters and getting them to work the first time, because I can't be going back and forth trying to fix the coasters constantly, to be honest. Okay, let's get a few more handymen. We do need a few more around here. Okay, in a minute we'll see how this coaster does. These two are going to go. This will be the last time. If this doesn't work, I think I'm just going to end here. First we won, still hasn't been fixed. What's taking us so long? Where are my handymen? Let's get you. Put you, like, right here. Can you go fix that, please? Okay, hopefully, I don't know if that brake is enough to slow it down. Maybe a little bit. It still seems pretty intense. Let's take a look at that. Okay, so that barely works. That's just enough. 7, 6, and 3. Still not a great coaster, but at least it's good enough that I can actually open it. So I don't need to worry too much about it anymore. Too bad. I would have liked to make an amazing big coaster, but maybe that'll be for another one. There's another scenario. There's a lot of other scenarios where you have to focus on making really intense and exciting coasters, getting that excitement level really high. But I think this is okay. Excitement 7 is good enough. I'm not going to keep going for that. But there's our park. There is our kind of factory capers park. I think that turned out really well, to be honest. I had a lot of fun building it, especially going through the different custom coaster designs. I always prefer making custom coasters over anything else. Let's get a nice view of the park, and then we'll end the video here. So hope you guys enjoyed that. Just playing a little bit of Roller Coaster Tycoon. I've been having fun playing this again recently and checking out all the new features that they've added since the last time I played OpenRCT. So hope you guys enjoyed that, and I'll see you guys again next time. So goodbye, guys. And remember, guys, if you like the kind of content I make here, remember to like the video and subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out a lot. But either way, guys, I'll see you again next time. So goodbye, everyone.